Hi, my name is Sam Burns. I'm a third generation hairdresser. My grandmother was a hairdresser. My first father was a hairdresser. My second father was a hairdresser. My mom thinks she's a hairdresser. There's no place I'd rather be than in a room full of hairdressers. At 18 years old, I got my beauty license, which was a long, long time ago. And all the incredible opportunities I have had in the professional beauty industry have all been because of that incredible license. I got to be a salon owner. I am currently the director of an incredible beauty school. I am a platform artist. I travel around as a motivational speaker. But the thing that I love the most is sharing my success stories with you other hairdressers to make you more successful and to create magic in a modern salon world. See, this is the only life we're ever going to have. It's not a dress rehearsal. It's time for us to get tuned in, tapped in, and turned on and do something that delights and excites your experience, your life. Now, how do you do that? The first thing is you got to visualize yourself succeeding. See, I'm a high school dropout from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. And 30 years ago, people said to me, I couldn't really do it. And for a long time, I believed that. But when I partnered with a company that made me believe that I could listen to the strong voice inside of me, it helped me eliminate that bad self-talk. And then the second thing that I learned was, as soon as you believe it, you got to verbalize it to other people. Verbalize what you think you can do. Create a dream board. Share it with your partner, your mom, your dad, your circle of influence. Because when you share that, it will help revitalize your own spirit. It's a 10% shift of saying, I can or I can't. All we have to do is eliminate that tiny little T. And that tiny little T can make the impossible seem possible. See, in all of us, there are two different people, two different wolves, if you say. You know, one is filled with anger, despair, resentment, lies, false pride. The other one is good, is joyful, has peace, love, serenity, humility, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The one that wins is the one that you feed the most. So who will you feed today? See, we have an opportunity every single day to get up and decide who we're going to be. As hairdressers, I know that I become a different personality every 30 minutes. And it's my goal and my honor to help release your inner beauty, to help you release your blonde ambition. You know, my grandmother said to me a long time ago that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, that you should listen twice as much as you speak. So if I really want to release your inner beauty, I need to keep in mind that it's a consultation, not a conversation. And let you, the guest, lead that conversation. If you lead that conversation, then I can create magic. See, as hairdressers, I can change the way you feel about yourself just because you spent 30 minutes with me. And if I find out what your inner beauty is and what really gets you tuned in, tapped in, and turned on, that's going to make me successful. Now, I know that every 30 minutes you become a different personality, and sometimes you go home and you're so stressed and you don't know what to do and how you're going to release it. So for me, what's worked for me very effectively over the past several years, and many salons that I coach, is take 5 minutes and either go for a walk along the beach or listen to a jazz radio station or something that will help you decelerate and decompress. Because as hairdressers, we become different personalities every 30 minutes, and sometimes that energy is too much to go home. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to go home and say, wait till I tell you what happened in the salon today. Because your children are waiting for mom. Your partner is waiting for your husband or your wife. See, if I were a glowworm, it would be really easy. I wish I were a glowworm. A glowworm's never glum. Because how can you be grumpy when the sun shines out your bum? But we have an opportunity to really make a difference. We can make magic happen with hairdressers. One guest at a time. When you change the way how somebody feels about themselves, you can change a hair salon. When you change a hair salon, you can change a neighborhood. When you change a neighborhood, you can change a city. And if you can change a city, you can change a state. And that state can help permeate and change the energy, all one guest at a time. How do I know that? Because I believe that there are 7 cardinal rules of life. The first one is make peace with your past. It's in your past for a reason. Somebody said to me one time that your life is kind of like an automobile. Your windshield moving forward is what you get to see a lot of. And the rear view mirror is really small, because that's the amount of time we should spend on reflecting. So make peace with your past. It's over, it's done with. That's why today is called the present, because it's the gift you're going to get today. Second one is what others think of you is none of my business. I can't control that. All I can do is control how I feel about that. My third cardinal rule that I love is that time heals almost everything. So just give it some time. Just let it go. Fourth one is don't compare your life to others. You know, jealousy is when you count someone else's blessings instead of your own. My life is my life purpose. It's my life journey. It's my book. It's my success. It's what I'm supposed to do in the salon. So I may not be the great colorist that the person next to me is, but that's my journey. So if I quit comparing my life to other people, then I won't get all fouled up in sometimes hair salon drama. Now this is a big one. Step number 5, stop thinking so much. If the voices in my head paid rent, I would be a really rich man. So it helps me to go for a walk or listen to meditation music at night. I have my little iPhone on a docking station, and I listen to a radio station with no lyrics to it so that it calms all the voices in my head. Keep in mind that no one is in charge of your happiness except you. What delights and excites your spirit? And then finally, the 7th cardinal rule is smile. You don't own all the problems of the world. You just don't. You know, I learned a long time ago, there's basically only 2 things that I watch on TV. I quit watching dramas and anything that bleeds or where people are mean to each other. I believe that garbage in is garbage out. And when I spend my downtime, I spend my downtime doing something that will help revitalize my soul. So anybody that knows me, I'm a big fan of Oprah Winfrey. And she said a long time ago on the OWN network, be responsible for the energy that you bring to this space. See, the only thing that I can control is my energy and how I feel about something. And the best way that I found to control my own energy is to be aware of what I'm grateful for. So every single day I grab my iPhone and I write 3 things that I'm grateful for that morning before my feet hit the ground. Some days it's just that I'm alive. Some days that I'm a non-smoker, or that I live in this incredible place that I live in, whatever it is. And you can repeat the same gratitude and the same blessings every single day too. But for me, if I start off with an attitude of gratitude, it helps prepare me for the great canvas of a day. And then at the end, in my office, I'll show you a picture of it. In my office, I have this big jar. It's a gratitude jar. And I write down the one thing that I'm the most thankful for that day. Because I get to watch my gratitude grow in abundance, and sometimes I need a visual reminder of it. And with that visual reminder, I get to make magic happen. So bring it on. It's great. You're a hairdresser. You're not a brain surgeon. It's not like a leg. It's always going to grow back. I can't spell fun without you in the middle. And as a hairdresser, we have an opportunity to really create magic. Create magic. You know, when I decided a long time ago that I was going to be a hairdresser, my grandmother, who was also a hairdresser, said to me, honey child, she was from an orphanage in Birmingham, Alabama. She said to me, honey child, if you're going to be a hairdresser, there's something you need to keep in mind. Every major event in someone's lifetime parallels an appointment to a hair salon. Think about it. If you're sick, the first person you're going to call is your hairdresser. Because when you look better on the outside, you'll feel better on the inside. It's your hairdresser that you'll spend time with on your wedding day before you walk down the aisle to be with your significant other for the rest of your life. And it's your hairdresser that you'll entrust with a newborn baby, and you'll keep a lock of that first haircut forever, forever. Every major event in someone's lifetime parallels an appointment to a hair salon. So when you go back to the salon today and you get a ticket for a shampoo and set, don't say, don't do shampoo and sets. Because that could be the grandmother that worked her whole life for her grandson to go to college. And today is the day she will see him in his cap and gown. Every major event in someone's lifetime parallels an appointment to a hair salon. So I want to leave you with this quote from my grandmother's refrigerator and from the Bible. Never neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for some have entertained angels unknowingly, and you never know who your next guest is going to be. My name is Sam Burns. Thank you so much for spending your quality time with me. I appreciate it, and we'll talk real soon.